In the last video, we downloaded and installed Ruby. But what we actually downloaded was the Ruby interpreter and standard library. Right now, we're going to be focusing on something called reserved words. Reserved words are a special part of the Ruby language that tell the Ruby interpreter what we want it to do. And since they are special, we can't do things like assign variable names to them. Reserved words are a common feature of all programming languages. Ruby has over 40 of them. We can group reserved words into different classifications depending on what they do. We have reserved words that deal with iteration, such as do, until, while, yield, next, for, and in. There are reserved words that deal with control flow, such as if, else if, unless, case, when, and then. There are reserved words that deal with blocks and exception handling. These include return, begin, rescue, redo, break, ensure, and retry. We also have reserved words that deal with classes and modules. These include module, class, def, undef, defined, alias, and super. Conditional reserved words include and, or, and not. There are also reserved words that deal with truthy values, or Boolean as they're sometimes called. These include true, false, and nil. The only reserved word that deals with scope is self. And finally, there are reserved words that deal with where you are in the file. These include capital begin, end, and line. Now that we learned how to tell the Ruby interpreter what we want through the use of reserved words, we're going to learn about variables.